Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on, or good evening, not good night, wherever you are. This is Alpha Gator here with the good friend Zim from FTQ.
Hey, hey.
Today we are streaming Tall versus 45th SATAC, which should be an amazing match. Both teams have done very well. Tall, one of the best in really, if you look at the history of DCS competitive flying, TAW is one of the best around. So 45th being a newer squad, um, has also been doing very, very well. So Zim, I'm going to hit start on the dice roll. Unfortunately, today we will only have caucuses. So I'm going to hit start now, and you tell me when to hit stop. So tell me when to hit stop.
Now,
All right. Number six. Number six is Tbilisi Sakumi Weather 3. So let me go to our admin and change that. Mission load. And we will load into, and I'll tell the teams here. All right. So teams are spawning in. And chat, please let us know how the audio is sounding. Would appreciate that. So we'll jump into a game master spot here. Unfortunately, Tall does not have skins today, and it looks like we have a couple of mercs for 45th. We've got Wombat, West, Twig, Amp, and Beef from Mumble Rings. Let's see if I've got the right skin for. Hmm, maybe he hasn't turned it on yet.
they taxied pretty quick.
So I expect 45th to be all F-16s, possibly an 18. And let's take a look at Tall here. So we got Croncat and a J11, a left row and a F-15C, Blaze F-15C, and Red Core 6 F-15C. But still waiting for others to slot in. People joining the server now. Can you guys hear the music in chat? And can you hear Zim okay? Sorry. mercenary lineup here for 45th with Mulmarines Beef and Starry Fox 9.
Yeah, Starry's in it for the long fight too. He's got 3 bags on that 18.
Let's take a look. Yeah, I expect him to probably
Maybe deviate from the norm. Go off on his own and try to sneak in or something. That'd be interesting to see.
yeah, with I keep getting mixed up with ACC that doesn't have AWACS, but with we'll see how Starry Fox 9 plays 3 bags
Yeah,
probably.
All he's got to do is hang a left, and he's
And with this,
and he's in the weeds over there.
yeah, with this map here, folks, you can see. We'll go to satellite view. We've got mountains way up to the north and to the south. 45th ready again. Just waiting on TAW to get ready. So the Caucasus major mountains up here to the north. And the Caucasus minor mountains. What's that? Is it a 5th AMRAAM on the Eagle? Did you see a 5th AMRAAM on the Eagle? Let's check again. It's 2 120s, 3, 4 120s. That's an AIM 7 in the back there.
Yeah, that's all I see. Both of them are similar loadout with the 120s and the AIM 7
Yeah,
in the rear.
Looks like Darkside Rob has the AIM 7 up front, but it is still 4 120s. But thanks for calling that out just for us to double check. But I am saying 1, 2, 3, 4 120s, 1 AIM 7, and 3 AIM 9Ms. Already.
Yeah, just
all right.
going
Here we
through
go.
everything once again, just to make sure.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, go. And we're off. And there is wake turbulence. We saw, I believe, Smooth from last week taking unfortunate gear damage from the wake turbulence. Watch these F-15s take off. And the J-11 in the rear from Croncat. Gear up. And let's take a look at 45th.
Taking off 3 wide.
Let's watch that. So it'll be interesting to see what how Starry Fox 9 and Beef play. Looks like they're up front. Typically 45th will ingress at about 20k. They don't get super high. Then they just hit the deck and basically push and notch and push and notch and push and notch. So, but today they're up against TAW, who is one of the best teams historically in the DCS arena. So it'll be interesting against 4 F-15Cs. And let's grab nice formation flying here from the left row and Red Core 6. Climbing up through 30k.
I was curious if
19.9% hit rate. But if you look at the 120C, 2,234 shot with only a 13.1% hit rate.
Here we go. TAW is turning the 15Cs into a wall now, spreading out.
Yes, there you see that, just as him called it.
51
And I
miles.
wonder if with that J11 coming up behind, and there's a shot from Starry Fox 9. That is a 45-mile shot, probably just to get one of those F-15s defensive
I was
and
just about to
down.
ask if you thought we'd see any long shots.
And there's that AIM 7 just to get somebody freaking out. Obviously, no chance of hitting, but your RWR is going to start saying, hey, there's a missile about to smack you. And whether or not you can be smart enough to tell it's a AIM 7 versus a 120 that just went active.
Well, it's definitely had an effect because Starry Fox and Wombat are currently turning south.
Yeah, south and hitting the deck. And that 120 looks like a left row. Is it a left row? A left row. I don't think that 120 is tracking. Let's check it.
Almost everybody's on the
It's
deck. The
tracking.
highest guy right now is Darkside Rob at 17,000. Everybody is sub
That's right.
15.
That AIM 120 is still at 52,000 feet. It might be on Croncat in the back, still at 1,600 knots. Will run out of battery. That Croncat turning cold now. So it was on Croncat in the back, and that missile will be defeated easily. But look at this wall of F-15Cs. Another
It's
AIM
amazing.
7 off the rail. Another AIM 7. They're all firing AIM 7s.
Maybe a shield?
And
There's a
then
120 out
immediately,
from, yep.
and nobody's carrying jammers on 45th.
Except for the 18.
F-16s. Yeah, the 18.
Yeah.
There's a 120 on Darkside Rob who has already put that into the dirt.
And then there's an 87 from Starry on hard to
Alafra.
tell.
The Blaze is getting isolated down here to the south off Boresight 120 onto Amp and Twig, but it has two coming in on
He
him.
responded though.
He did respond, puts one in the dirt. It's got this hill to hide behind, puts both in the dirt. Can this 120 catch Twig? No, Twig
Nope.
defends. But there's three
No.
120s on the Dark Side Rob. Dark Side Rob notches all three of them.
Nice.
Unbelievable. 120 off Boresight. Wow, Blaze with a crazy off Boresight shot takes down Amp and now almost merged with Twig with Red Core 6. Uh-oh, is that a friendly?
It looks
Starry
like a
Fox 9?
friendly.
Looks like Beef killed Darkside Rob
No, we got a
and Blaze
42
took down
missiles.
Twig.
Missiles are flying from
I
everywhere.
mean,
There,
it's
Starry Fox
now
is it.
4v1. Yeah, that's it. Wow. I mean, holy shit.
Wow.
That
was
was
quick.
fast. I'm sorry, folks. Like, we'll go back and look at TAC View, but that was. I mean,
I didn't know who to call out because there was missiles everywhere
it
in
was
every
just
direction all
that
the
wall
time.
formation really got. I mean, the coordination by TAW to just sort on everybody at the
Oh,
same time.
and they got fuel too. That 15 is climbing hard and burning, but he only has who is that? That's Rig Core 6. He only has 1-9 left. Concrat.
Blaze is
Uh,
1-9 and 1-120.
Concrat still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I
Yeah,
count? 3,
Concrat
4,
barely
5,
got into the
6,
fight.
7 missiles.
Let's see.
Um, Blaze is a 120 and a 9.
So we had Wombat take out a left row.
Then Luminary fired one missile that round. He
Wow.
still has. Oh no, two missiles. He fired an AIM 7 and a 120. He is still fully stocked.
TAW Blaze took out Amp. I'm not sure if Beef C fitted there. Darkside Rob takes out Beef. There it is. Okay, that was a kill from Darkside Rob with the AIM 9M. And Beef also, so they exchanged. So let's take a look at the attack view. So Zim, if you want, I'll stream my screen here. If you want to look at the attack,
I've got you. I got you pulled up on Twitch. I can see it on there.
it'll be delayed, but
Eh.
all right. Anyway, we'll stream back here. So in an exchange of 7Ms, just to give the missile warnings. But this wall formation here by TAW, again, the 7M technique, interesting. Definitely pushing 45th defensive, knowing surely those were not going to hit. Blaze down to the south, off foresight shot, puts notches to, almost hits Twig, but then turns back in, immediately notches. Oh no, flares out at AIM 9M, it looks like. Takes down Amp, merges with Twig, kills him with a 9M. And Darkside Rob and Starry Fox 9, I believe, or Beef, was it? So Beef and Starry Fox 9 together, that's scary. But Darkside Rob gets merged in with him, exchanges with Beef. Red Core 6 taking out Wombat with the 120, and then Starry Fox 9 with the 9M, and then it's all done. Wow. That was crazy.
That was fast. Like the thing about the SATAC is it takes you a while to get in the bubble, and then it takes you a while to get in range. But after they were there, they just kept pushing, and that thing was over quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these are two very good teams. Um, but yeah, that was hard to follow. That was
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, just great fighting from both sides. But Tall with the 4 pilots returning, so that will be a 6-2 win if they land. And in SATAC, KD does matter for tiebreakers. So basically, when you take off, every jet that takes off is basically a death. Um, in order to recapture, why is Blaze turning around, deciding to form up on Luminary and Gronkat there? I guess plenty of fuel to spare. But essentially, 6 planes, 6v6. So from a KD perspective, you have to land to return that life back to. Oh, maybe he was just worried about the 5 minute rule. There we get the readout for the 5 minutes. So basically, if you land 4 jets, then you return 4 lives, so that'll just be 2 deaths with 6 kills. Look at Red Core 6 here,
Yeah,
just
he's the only
chilling.
one not on burner.
Blaze just chilling, 95%, still in burn. I mean, he's burner, climbing, plenty of fuel.
Mm-hmm.
That was so fast. There's no doubt fuel is any issue here.
I just had to zoom out. I didn't know where to look.
Yeah, that was so crazy.
the Red Corps is doing the space shuttle landing, full nose down.
Let's take a look. Oh yeah.
He's
Put the
only 4
boards
miles
out.
from Tbilisi, so
Let's see, where's Tbilisi? There it is. Got the boards out. Gonna pull some G. Take the speed off.
I
And I do appreciate teams that just,
he's going for it.
yeah, 315 gear down. On the shorter runway too, or maybe turning over to the.
He's
I don't
sorting
know.
it out.
250 knots. $220 knots. Will he go around? Nope. Puts it down.
He don't have a lot of room.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna stop in time here.
Nope. There he goes. He's kicked it back up.
Just kidding. Psych.
G11's in a full dive now. Blaze is at home. F-18's in a full dive with the J11. That's pretty cool looking.
Let's take a look. Yeah, that was a little fast on that short runway. Good thing he decided to abort that. But these guys, TAW, trust me, these guys know how to fly.
Oh, Red Corps just did a loop around and he's back on final other runway, other direction.
What's the speed? Let's take a look. 200 knots, much more manageable, and on the long runway. And touchdown.
Chirp.
Smooth as butter. Just as long as nobody decides to land.
G11's lined nose hot to him.
Sure, he'll clear here. Let's take a look. Traffic.
No.
Tbilisi. Runway 13 right.
Yeah, they'll sort
Yeah,
it.
he'll clear it out. Looks like the Hornet's going to land on the short four. Not. Oh, J11 and Hornet coming in. Oh my gosh. And
Oh no.
um
And they're gonna get the 15 too. Are they gonna slide into it? Oh my goodness.
well, they still get the win. How that affects the KD, we'll have to figure that out. But I will restart the server. Everybody's down now, right? Blaze is down. So give me
Blaze
one
is down.
second, folks. I will restart the server. Well, that was unfortunate. Zim. Not often do you see teams like TAW having issues on landing. So now TAW will be red. All right, they figured it out already. And let's change the score. So TAW takes the first round. against 45th. Unfortunately, West DC'd on that first round, so it was a 6v5, but TAW came back to four pilots uh, with two having an unfortunate collision on the runway during the landing, but still taking the win.
And chat's asking for what that does to their KD and stuff right now.
Are they?
I'm curious as well.
Let me ask
It's like I
the.
guess I guess they weren't dead and they were at home, but I don't know what everyone's opinion is on that.
Yeah, I'll have to ask Tech. Let's see. All right, I've asked the organizers to see what that might effect that might have on the KD. Regardless, so they did get the win. All right, so we see 45th here. Too many to count for the kill stickers on Wombat's jet. What does that say? Memento. Trust the notch. All right, so we'll check loadouts here. Team 9Ms. Boeing V3 Century does not have anything to worry about as far as loadout. So again, four 120s, one AIM 7, three AIM 9Ms, J11 with two ETs, four ST10s, and four choosing not to take the jamming pods, interestingly. appearing and reappearing here if they haven't already. We take a look at AMP. With the custom liveries. Beef's custom livery. What's that say on the 120? We've been trying to reach you about your jet's extended warranty.
Yep.
Exercising his air brakes there.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen it before where 45th has lost the first round and has come
Yeah.
back to win rounds 2 and 3.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
happened at least twice that I can recall. So this should be very interesting. Ask if 45th is still ready.
Yeah, looks like everybody's set as long as they don't want to do a refuel or something like that.
Yep, just making sure it's all ready. Okay.
Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, go.
Send it.
And we're off. And we will watch 45th take off with Beat and Starry Fox 9 leading the way. Wombat next to take off. No issues with wake turbulence.
Not yet. Amp is way in the back of his
Oh,
element.
West is getting, West getting a little close there.
Mm-hmm.
A little squirrely, but looks like they've got it under control.
He's got it. He's got it.
All right, so clean takeoffs from 45th. Let's take a look at TAW. Lafro and Red Course 6 up front, trailed by Darkside Robin Blaze with Luminary and Croncat with the J11 and Hornet and Trail. Same thing, different direction. So, yeah, same formations from both teams on takeoff here.
Yeah. So far.
Although it does look like Wombat and Twig might be splitting to the north with Amp and West, possibly splitting south with Beef and Starry Fox 9 straight at the Bulls.
Yeah, it does look like Wombat's splitting a little harder north than he did last time. I can't remember where he was in the formation previously, but
Looks like in chat, FTQ took the first round.
nice.
Have to go watch that. For everybody, let me post this actually, in case you want to have two matches streaming. Airshow is currently streaming Alamo versus FTQ, so I'll put that in chat here. And let me also paste in links for uh, DCS. So special thanks to Special K and his DCS server bot. It is amazing. Um, SPQR, our multiplayer server, is one of the first servers to use the bot, and now pretty much all major multiplayer servers use that. Not only is it great for managing the missions and different servers, etc., but it also captures stats, which is really amazing. So
Stats and helps you through your DCS problems. You're
that's that's
so much
true.
fun.
You want to talk about that and describe how you can post your DCS log and get info? I think.
Yeah, I've done it quite a few times, and it actually just helped me with my VR problems that I've been having over the last few weeks. It told me that my GPU was not found in DCS, and that was a runtime error with Oculus. So
Oh wow. So the
after figuring that out, I did some research, and it was easy to work on, which I posted on the new DCS Discord for you
awesome,
in
man.
VR help.
So the bot is amazing. Um, yeah, anybody that's in SATAC can go to our Discord there. SATAC stats that you see, former SPQR, but the dynamic. We have a multiplayer server called Coliseum. It's a dynamic multiplayer server. It's got an AI balancer, so if you're on there by yourself, it will launch AI um, cap aircraft to challenge you. But if you're also by yourself, or if you want to go do some ground pounding, you can request a escort, AI escort, using the um, communications window F10. So it looks like 45th is setting up a wall here, Zim.
Yes, sir. That's a pretty nice wall, but TAW is doing the exact same thing as previous. Other than that, J11 looks like it's creeping up on the 15s a little bit.
Yeah, those 15s are tightly. Let's see if I can grab one here.
Yeah, that's a good formation from them.
Very
Very
pretty.
professional.
Very professional. And nerve wracking. But,
It's not an easy thing to fly into combat that way.
no. And at those ranges, the F-16's radar might not be able to paint four different targets. It might look like one big target. Not sure at these distances, but all right. So we are at about 73 miles here.
Yeah,
All
F-15s
of
definitely see them.
yeah, those F-15 radars are OP a little bit. So 45th staying below 30,000 feet, except for Starry Fox 9, who's up at 31.7. But yeah, Tall now, Blaze and Alefro splitting off from the formation, getting in their combat set with Croncat and Trail at 30,000 feet. So everybody on Tall at about 30,000 feet. Will we see the Sparrow launches again?
I bet we do. I'd bet money on that. The 45th has got a nice wall going for them.
They do.
We'll
Very,
see
very good spread.
if they do launch that AIM 7. I'm curious to see how it will break that apart.
Right. You don't want to all go cold. One thing about a wall is you have to try to make sure you don't all go cold at the same time, because that'll allow Tall to really press. Not seeing any shots yet.
Not seeing any shots, but Starry's leading the charge at 800 knots right now.
Yeah, he's fast. Dropping altitude to get speed. Let's take a look at Starry. supersonic. Starry's definitely sorted. Could we see some twist shots coming off here?
After last match, I'm afraid to zoom in on anybody.
I know.
I want to see everything.
You know, and you got Croncat back there, 4 SD10s too. I mean,
Yes.
TAW's been flying this F-15C since, I mean, the inception of multiplayer combative DCS has been around. So,
Yeah. Damn, dude, from Red Course 6 to Starry is currently 20 miles
wow.
and no shots.
Everyone, there's a shot, aim 7 from Alifro. All at the same time, all 4 F-15s launch aim 7s. An aim 7 from Starry Fox 9 too, but it does send AMP, Beef, and Starry Fox 9 defensive. So those RWRs are screaming.
Yeah. Screaming. Almost all of 45th
But
is
Wombat stays
defensive.
hot. Beef is staying hot. Starry Fox 9 being very aggressive. Down on the deck. This is going to go insanely fast, Zim.
Yes.
Starry Fox 9 sorting to the south. Darkside Rob now hot on Beef. Both on the deck. They both send 120s at the same time. Double tap from Starry Fox 9 on the Alifro and Luminary. Darkside Rob turns cold. Beef also turning cold. Alifro puts his 120 in the dirt. Luminary, that 120 should be no factor. 120 on the Darkside Rob has been notched. 120s from Blaze, 2 of them on the Wombat and Twig. This one on Wombat could be dangerous. Oh, and he notches it.
There's one down from TAW. Starry killed a Lefro.
And a 120 from Darkside Rob or Red Core 6. Twig notches. We have a merge between Beef. Oh my gosh, they both go down.
Down from Luminary.
Luminary and Beef both go down. Luminary with a 120 off foresight onto Twig. Can Twig notch that? Looks like he either. Alright, Wombat now trapped between Blaze and Darkside Rob. Luminary
Yes.
coming back to Croncat. Croncat with the ST10 onto. Oh, there's a 9M.
On Wombat.
Flare. No track. Another 9M on Luminary. Doesn't. We merge. Wombat's got a 120. Oh my gosh. 9M from Darkside Rob on the Wombat. Misses. Who are we going to watch? Oh my gosh. R77 misses. Wombat now merged with Blaze and Darkside Rob. Let's watch this.
Yes, but he's currently got.
West takes out Luminary. Oh, Wombat goes down to guns.
Down.
So 3v2. Blaze, let's look at missile states. Darkside Rob has 122 and 19M. Blaze 120, 19M. Darkside Rob pushing into Twig. Starry Fox 9 with a 120 out on Darkside Rob. Darkside Rob immediately turning cold, hits the deck, pushing into the notch. 120 off of Blaze onto Twig. Both Starry Fox 9 and Twig, those were the last 120s from TAW. Each now having a 9M. Blaze pushing to the merge.
And Darkside Rob taking West
with Twig. He's got a 9M. There's a 9M. Takes out Twig. Blaze now with Starry Fox 9. West with a 9M on Darkside Rob. Let's watch
Everywhere
West.
You look, it's a 1v1.
It's a 2 1v1s. F-15 versus F-16. Guns. 2 circle. West
The
and Dark
Starry's on
Side
a 6
Rob.
ablaze.
Uh-oh, nose on from... Watch the trees, watch the trees.
Still 1v1.
Dark Side Rob. West is now getting on the 6 of Dark Side Rob. I think Dark Side Rob must have lost Viz here. But can he cause the overshoot? Oh,
he got
is
caught.
that rounds
He
on?
did.
But does he cause an overshoot? Pulls a high yo-yo. Had nose on there for a second.
Must have got a 9 on him too. There goes.
There's a 9, misses.
Track. And that is that. 45 wins. I missed it up north.
Who? It looks like... Oh, interesting. I thought Dark Side Rob was still alive.
Those guns take him out?
Guess not.
See what kind of fuel these guys got.
Well, it's showing Dark Side Rob still on my screen. He's got no nose cone. Oh, there
he goes.
He disconnected. Okay. So we're going to round 3 possibly, assuming West.
Starry is clean. Everybody's clean.
Wow, what a round.
Everybody fought hard in that one.
Yeah, that was...
There's a bunch of sweaty palms in this match right now.
Let's take a look at... Yeah, I thought so. Starry Fox 9 had 2 kills, and West, who DC'd on the first round, had 2 kills. So 5 kills between the two of these two guys here. And that was the difference. Wow. So assuming they can land, which for Starry Fox 9 and that Hornet, I doubt that'll be an issue, but West was in a 2 circle there for a while, using a lot of burner, but I don't see him climbing. I don't see any holes in his jet either. Looks like there might have been some rounds that got close. Wow.
It was a good comeback from them guys.
So it looks like Starry came in and pilot snipe Dark Side Rob. According to 64 tab. So yeah, I think how many kills for Starry? Starry had 3, West with 2. Oops. And let's see. Actually, you know what? Why am I doing this when I've got attack view open? So we'll scroll this back. Assuming attack view will work here. Aim 7s. So double shot from Starry Fox 9 on a left row luminary. Neither hit, but Starry Fox 9 with the off bore sight 120 takes out a left row early. I don't think a left row shot anything other than aim 7. So that's a F-15 full of missiles that goes down. Beef
Unfortunate.
pretty much merges with Red Core 6. They exchange. Toy gets slow. Merges with Luminary, who's between three of the 45th folks, and Luminary goes down to a 9M from West, while Wombat is taken down. It's like guns from Darkside Rob.
Seems
Magic
like a strange
Carpet.
thing. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
then let's check out loadouts here. All right, looks good. Looks good. 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 So by this time, I got to think the 45th guys know those aim sevens aren't really a threat here.
Correct. If you check the F-15's loadouts again, you'll notice no sparrows.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Nope,
Ah,
no
so they're going
sparrows
for
at all.
speed here. Yeah, good
No
catch.
sparrows, no center bag.
Wow. So they're just going for speed this round. Four Fox twos on each jet, with the Hornet having six Fox twos, two Sparrows.
45th set and ready.
Let's get set up here. Bam, 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 bam. I wonder if I go on the website if I can figure out how to do a poll. Let's see. Which um mod view? Watch tutorial. No. Skip. Whatever.
Yeah, dude, I have no clue.
I mean, I am no streamer. I only do this to make sure the community gets to watch all these matches. I have no interest in. I mean, Plasma and Airshow are pros. Those guys. I mean, 3 minutes for TAW. Standard. This time we'll watch. Oh wait, we'll watch TAW take off this time. Get Alpha's Twitch hacks. Yeah. So this is the rubber match, round three. And while we wait, I definitely want to thank our sponsors, Eagle Dynamics. Um, let's see. Still waiting for TAW to get the ready. Like some shit talking going on about having Mercs for 45th here. You still there, Zim?
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
I guess I can't do it full because I'm not a. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. I don't count down from 10. Takes 1 second to throw that fucking throttle into afterburner. Oh, careful. I would not be one. Would not want to be in that J11 wake. Definitely get in front.
Not.
Definitely get in front of that. Uh-oh. Pull up. And looks like TAW. It's in the air safely.
Jeez.
What happened?
Freaking Twig. He was fighting.
Oh, he dropped his tank.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no.
Who was that?
Amp.
He dropped the center tank. How did that happen?
Is he, man, is this a strat or did he bonk? Because
He
they were all
must have.
fighting Wake pretty hard.
But how do you drop your center tank accidentally?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know if it's an accident or if he freaking
Would it
bounced
rip
it
off?
and it just, I'm not sure.
Guys in chat, let us know if you're aware of why that center tank would have fallen off there.
No, Beef
I know.
doesn't have a center line either.
Really?
Beef, Amp.
Did he start with one? And nope, he doesn't even have. He didn't even start with the center tank.
He must have removed it there on the ground. I didn't see that.
He doesn't have the hard points for it. Amp definitely does. TAW's getting up though. TAW's getting altitude now. They're up 33 or 31,000. Just getting up, climbing through 32,000, pretty much. In that tight formation with Croncat, Luminary, and Trail. And let's see the wall set up here by 45th. It's just weird that he would load a centerline tank and not drop it, not use all the fuel. Obviously, it wasn't empty by that time.
Right.
So if you're going to load it, why even? But either way.
Yeah, currently Wombat is the only F-16 with a center line.
Interesting. So we have a Merc here, beef from Mumble Reigns, no center line. I mean, these matches happen so quickly. Fuel hasn't been an issue, I don't think, for either team in first and second round.
Right. That makes me curious if we're gonna see some long shots this go around because they no one fired until
Yeah,
roughly
that
20
was
miles or
right.
closer.
But looks like TAW sticking right here at 31,000.
Yeah.
Look at that. Beautiful formation flying. But they are not supersonic.
No, they're kind of cruising, aren't they?
Yeah.
319 knots.
Beef is not supersonic.
No, he's cruising as well.
It's like Amp is the only one buster right now.
Yeah, he's the only one I can find.
All right, so thankfully no DCs. So we looks like a little bit of a change from TAW. Two
Definitely.
ship, we got two ships, one to the north, one to the south, with the Trail J11 on the northern group and the Trail Hornet on the southern group. And 45th with Starry Fox and Beef, Mercs going into a wall formation here.
Kind of looks like TAW's going to utilize the mountains a little more than they did last round since they're on the side of the map.
Yeah, it's a long trek up there, but could be. They're definitely putting a pincer together. I think maybe that, knowing that 45th is going to be in a wall, if they can come in from either side and get them corralled. Looks to be the MO here. Wombat is 61 miles from Darkside Rob and Blaze. But yeah, really, I mean, that's a 20-mile separation between the northern and southern group of TAW.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like they definitely flipped the plan out.
They're definitely trying to corral 45th and put them in a blob here. What's the update on the FTQ match, chat? All right, might start. So no aim sevens this time that we from TAW. The first two rounds they were launching aim sevens at about this point to give radar warning alerts to 45th, trying to make them react. But this round, choosing not to bring. But they are now starting to push. Oh, there's a missile off the rail. Oh nope, that was tanks.
As I say, they're still pushing,
They're
and
pushing.
closest guys right now are Wombat and looks like Blaze on the south side. They're 26 miles.
Yeah, Blaze is only six. They're both closure rates 1,200 knots. That's not a crazy closure. So looks like a wall 3v3 here. This should. Oh my gosh. You want to focus on the northern guys, and I'll.
I don't. I will. I don't know what to look at right now.
I don't know either. This is gonna go so fast. I'm just gonna try to keep everything on the screen for everybody to see. Blaze turning off to the south.
Yeah, dang. Currently, Northern Group is 11 miles.
There's
No
an
shot.
AIM
Oh, there's
7
the
from
first shot.
Star Fox 9 at
There's a
8
120 out from
miles.
a left row.
A left row in Red Court. And Darkside Rob with the 120 exchange with
And West
Beef.
End Amp.
Blaze, Luminary also sending 120s. I'm going to focus. Oh, gosh. I'll just keep the screen wide open. Blaze puts his into the dirt. Darkside Rob. I don't think any of these are going to hit. Down to the south, the northern group also trashes those missiles.
Yeah, Starry's trailing south. I wonder if he's going to go
Oh, but he's
support.
going to leave. Oh, we lost somebody.
Oh,
We lost somebody to the north. The J.
I don't see it
Somebody DC'd.
Yeah,
Damn it.
unfortunate. The left row and west are currently trading in the north.
God, I hate that somebody DC'd.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that? Left row's notched that 120. Darkside Rob getting chased by Wombat. But
I don't think I see
Luminary coming
Concat
in.
over there.
There's an
It's an
R77 from
R77.
Concat. 120 off of Luminary onto Wombat. Notched. Luminary also putting a 120 on the Twig. Almost a merge here with Beef and Luminary. Luminary is trying to notch a 120, but flying straight into Wombat. He gets a 9M off. Takes down Beef. 120 off of Darkside Rob. I guess on Twig. There's an off foresight 120 from Blaze. Onto Wombat. Does not track. Oh my gosh. Croncat's all by himself now. Luminary took down Beef. West took out Alefro. Croncat has a 3v1 situation. Aim
He's
7.
working, though.
R73. No, R77 does not track.
No track. Wow.
120 on the Twig. Takes out Twig from Darkside Rob. They've got Wombat coming up on their 6, though. Somebody needs to figure that out. Wombat with a 9M on the Blaze. Is Blaze flaring?
Sorry, Fox.
Flare.
Down.
Croncat takes out Strike Fox 9, but Wombat also takes out Blaze. Luminary and Wombat are now merged. There's a 9M, I think, onto Wombat. Flares it off.
And Croncat takes out Amp. Just Croncat.
I'm watching the merge between Wombat and Luminary. Going to vertical. Oh, and Luminary with a great gunshot kill on Wombat. So Croncat keeping his own, holding his own to the north with Darkside Rob and Luminary taking care of the southern groups. So Croncat needs to get missiles.
No, he's clean.
He's clean. He needs to try to just get south to his team. Although he is getting sorting in on West 6. And that
still.
He's got 9M. West does?
Yes. Luminary has 1 9 mic.
They're in a 2-circle.
Oh man, Darkside Rob has 3 9 mics, and he's headed to the fight.
Yeah, I would be telling Croncat, come south. You don't want to be in a 2-circle with that Viper. Offset 2-circle. Although he's keeping a good speed. Holding that speed there, but he's got to get guns on. If nothing else, though, he's 51st guys know they can join for an interview.
Space shuttle
Yeah,
nosedive.
he's put 9G on the plane. He doesn't have to maintain it. Gotta love this song. Chop Suey.
Mm-hmm.
I know you can't hear my Spotify, but
No, but I know the words, and everyone would disconnect if I started singing it, so I'm not gonna.
it's one of my favorite songs to play on guitar.
Yeah, Darkseid did a much better landing this time around.
Yeah,
No
no,
go
no
arounds.
go around. Respectable 170 knots. Don't hit the lights though. I've done that before. And with that, TAW takes the match, winning 2-1 versus 45th. Unbelievable match, folks. I'll change the scoreboard here. Whoops, sorry, my mouse going crazy. See how Croncat's doing. Still at 92% RPM.
Yeah, he's cruising.
Yeah,
18's trying out
43,000.
his.
He could just easily put it down now.
Yeah, no problem gliding from there. 18's diving hard though. He's gonna put her down.
Yeah, that 18 can pull some serious AOA and drop speed very quickly.
Riker's agreeing system of down is amazing.
Yeah. Got to see them live in Orlando, Florida in 2008, probably.
Yeah, they were entertaining. Come on, F-18, you're on speed. Get that splat.
A little cross one, crabbing a little
Yeah,
bit,
a little bit.
a little slow for a Hornet.
No precision ILS here.
And boom.
Sure.
Now let's watch Croncat.
Yeah, he's doing just fine.
Yep. Amazing job, honestly, to keep that northern group. Stay alive, just to stay alive.
And adapting to the situation you're dealt, that was wonderful. That was fun to watch.
The 45th did a great job. I mean, TAW is one of the best of all time. And that was a great match. Especially having beef in Star Fox 9 too.
Yeah.
How's your team doing? Have you heard? FTQ?
I saw it in the chat a little while ago. It looked like Ingress was done on round 2. I guess with the issues they've been having. Maybe it's taken longer than...
Yeah, it sounds like there was a spawning issue with one of the missions. So I don't know if we're going to get anybody for... Oh, there we have Darkside Rob. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
That was an amazing match. Well done. So what was your, yeah, just interested to hear your thoughts on going into this fight.
Yeah, I can't say as much. It's just to tend just to do our usual, fighting, which is like not tweaking it.
Yeah.
The only difference really we did is like we all took from Sparrows, as you can see from the stream, where just seeing, well, obviously there's no 20-mile Sparrow shot that's going to hit someone on the deck when you're flying 20,000 feet. But
Right. Was that
yeah,
just to
it's
get them
obviously
defensive? Those early sparrow shots, I'm guessing.
just to see how they react, right? Like,
Right.
but because you don't know how most teams react to different things. Some people more defensive, some people less defensive, depending. And yeah, this was going to be an interesting one. We kind of knew because, um, you know, I don't know if there's any other team apart from maybe then us and them who really fight like this, where we just go balls to the wall, so
Yeah.
to say, and not
Absolutely.
recommit. Obviously, we're an inherent disadvantage to begin with in fielding, eagles and having no data link, which in those shallow terrain, Vipers have a lot better sorting capability and stuff, and can multi-sort targets to guarantee kills, etc., etc. So it was tough because of that. It's basically all data link versus 4 eagles, 1 hornet, 1 flanker. So
Sure. No, I mean that. I gotta tell you, Kronk out there in that third round, you guys had a disconnect, right? Up on the northern group. He did an amazing job keeping the folks up there busy. Um,
I guess you could say
allowing.
the flanker did what the flanker does best.
Yeah, exactly. And we
Yeah,
have
mounted as
West.
well.
We have
Flanker
West
Salzburg.
here. Yeah, West, great job there. That was an amazing battle against one of the best teams in BCS. Great
It's fun,
job.
yeah. Oh, they did really well. It's a really fun game, guys. Good stuff.
Yeah, like I said before you joined, it's good to see another team that fights balls to the wall, so to say.
Yeah.
They don't see many people who do this. This is very quick matches, lots of deaths, lots of
Yeah, it's
big
over really
kills.
fast in these games.
Yeah.
It was very hard
So,
to
yeah.
stream. I can tell you that much. Zim and I were just like, no, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an impossible stream to do, and it's just a bunch of yelling over one another is all it ends up being.
Yeah. And it sucks you guys both had DCs. West, I think you DC'd in the, was it
Yeah,
the
I DC'd
first
round 1.
DC
round
or
one?
DC? Okay, no, round 2. I think if that's the one you might be mentioning, he got killed by a DC missile.
No, disconnect.
No, I think you're saying 2 DCs. I think you said one first, one for you. I could be mistaken. Sorry.
Yeah, round
Is that what you
one,
meant?
West disconnected,
Yep.
and I thought you guys had a disconnect in round 3.
Disconnecting round 3.
Yeah, you guys, TAW, you guys lost 1 F-15 in round 3.
Oh, yeah, good old ED thinking that wings rip that easily.
Somebody got 2.9.
Yeah, it's yeah, a lot of us have a lot of muscle memory that is hard to get rid of sometimes. So
Yeah.
it is.
But
About that.
yeah, Wes, curious to get what was your thought going into the battle against TAW, who's one of the, it's been around a long time and
Well,
won a lot of comps. What was your game plan going in?
we knew it was going to be a tough fight, so we were prepared, of course, quite a bit.
Yeah,
Um, we were. We expected Eagles to be up front like Taw did, and Hornet and Flanker in back, because we've seen other streams and stuff, TAC views, and that's what happened. So we were thinking that we would take out the Eagles first, and then go for the other guys. Because of
right,
course Eagles block data link, so it'll be even harder for them, especially in the mountains and stuff.
definitely. Yeah, I mean, it was just a great battle overall. There's no doubt it was very exciting
Yeah.
once you guys got, you know, within missile range. It was just both of you guys fighting very similarly. Notch, um, push, notch, push. But I did notice uh, there in the third round, Dark Side, you guys decided to split into two, three ships, and as opposed to more of the wall like you had in the first 2 rounds. What was your thinking there? Send a two ship of 15s to the north and one to the south, with the Hornet following one and the J11 following northern two ship.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't just do the same thing over. You gotta adapt, right? And
Sure.
the idea is to split it up a bit more. Again, the biggest advantage, like I said earlier, is the data link factor, especially in a shallow terrain. Because if the AWAC sees you, you could be, we having to sort of visually just look at the right place at the right time instead of having to yeah, indeed, because of the coverage. So needing to split up a bit more the fighting so that we more separated, and that way obviously instead of getting more overwhelmed we can like you saw it was 3v3 versus 3v3, so it all got split up in the end.
Yeah.
The idea.
Yeah, West. How did that change your, I guess,
Well,
ingress there on that third round where you saw them splitting into the trying to
I
kind of put a
saw
pincer together?
yep. The pincer was worrying us a bit. We saw, I believe, I killed someone on the left side there for us, and I think 2 people died on the left side, and then the flanker just cleaned up the left side.
Yeah.
Kronka did very well. Right side, I'm not sure what happened there. I was trying to go to the right to help him out a bit, but also Amp was kind of struggling against the flanker, so I decided to go there, and by the time I reached Kronkat, everyone else was just dead, and it's just me.
Yeah, you did a great job of trying to keep that thing going, two circle with a flanker. But you had Darkside and
Yeah.
someone else coming up from the south, loaded with a couple of 9M. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I was flaring for the 9Ms, but the adrenaline got me going, and I forgot to flare near the end, and that's what killed me.
yeah. Well, that was a great match, Zim. Anything you want to ask?
Not at the moment. That was wild to watch.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's one of the matches of the season so far. That was just